Hello students, welcome back. We are continuing with our discussion in the chapter System of Particles and Rotational Motion. We have seen in the previous classes how to find moment of inertia of a regular body, how to find moment of inertia of truncated ones when some matter is removed. So continuing with our discussion, the next question is like this: 4 holes of radius r are cut from a thin square plate of side 4r and mass m. Find the moment of inertia of the remaining portion about z-axis. So if we try to visualize what exactly is given in the question, it is like this. This is a square plate whose side is 4r. It is given. Now, from this 4, it says that 4 holes of radius r . Let us assume like this. Don't go after the perfect diagram shape and all. What is important is to understand the question. So, this is the center. This part is removed. So the question says this part we are removing. What is the moment of inertia of the remaining portion? Let us say this is x-axis. Let us say this is y-axis. So the z-axis will be like this, perpendicular to the plane of the board. Now, what we can say? Mass is m. Mass of plate before is m. Then, now mass of each hole will be how much? Mass per unit area is going to remain constant. How will you find that? M by 4r whole square is m by pi. What is the radius of each? It says 4 hole of radius r. So pi r square. So from this we can say m is equal to pi m by r square cancels out. This is what is the mass of each hole. So mass of each hole is, we will say small m, that is pi times m by 16. This is what we are getting. R square cancels out. So how did we find out? Mass per unit area will remain constant. How is it that? The concept goes this way. Density of the plate, material of the plate, and the density of the circular hole which we are removing is same. Density is mass upon volume. Volume is area into thickness. Thickness of the plate and thickness of the plate, the hole which you are punching, is same. That is why mass per unit area will remain constant. That is the concept which is involved. Now we got, so therefore mass of 4 holes, this will be pi m by 4. We got mass of those 4 holes. Now moment of inertia of remaining portion, this will be moment of inertia of the square plate minus 4 times moment of inertia of each hole. This is what we can say. Moment of inertia of the square, it's a square, so it is m by 12 a square. This is what is the moment of inertia of a square. If it is a rectangle, m by 12 l square plus b square, that is the moment of inertia about the z axis, minus 4 times moment of inertia of each hole. What is the moment of inertia of each hole? It will be, since it is a, what it is, it cut out, it's a disc, it is not a ring, so it will be what? M r square by 2. What is mass of each? So it is pi m by 16 into what is the radius of each hole. So this, we want to find radius of each hole. This will be about center. I hole is m r square by 2. This is what we have as about the center. Now we have to shift it to z axis. So this will be what? Plus mass times square of the distance. What will be the distance? That exactly is to be found out. So the distance, say this is r, this is r, where they touch. So we can find what exactly is the distance. So that will be how much? This we can write as root 2r whole square. This is what we get as moment of inertia of the hole. So this is m and r square by 2 plus again pi m by 16 into root 2r the whole square. This is exactly how we will get the moment of inertia of the remaining portion. If we simplify this, what we get? If you simplify this, you will get everything in terms of pi. So what we can do? Simplify this further. Please pay attention. 4r square is 16r square plus 16r square is 32r square, 32 mr square. So 32 by 12 mr square. You can write this as 4 3 4 8 38 by 3 also. Minus, if I take pi m by 16, 4 pi m by 16 common, 4 pi m by 16, let us say it is common, we get r square by 2 plus 2r square by 2 plus 2r square. So it is 5 by 2 r square. This is what we get. So you can further simplify it. 4 4 16. So you are getting this as, we can take mr square common. Mr square is common. 32 by 12 is 8 by 3 minus 4 4 16 5 by 8 this is 5 by 8 r pi. This is exactly how we can get it as the value of moment of inertia of the remaining portion. So here calculation might have gone little bit off the track. No worries. What is important is how to find out the moment of inertia of the remaining portion. That is the most important concept which is involved. See here, what are the steps involved? First of all, how to find mass of all the holes. So one concept involved is mass per unit area. You must know how to immediately find out that. Second step which is involved, please understand, moment of inertia of the remaining portion is moment of inertia of the original square minus whatever matter that is removed. So 4 holes are removed, so minus 4 times moment of inertia of the hole. Next step, what is moment of inertia of a square? It is nothing but m by 12 L square plus B square. In a square, L and B are equal, hence we have this. Now, hole, it's a disk. So, mr square by 2, that will happen about this center, about this axis. But I have to shift it about this axis. So, we will use parallel axis theorem. So, we have mr square by 2 is for one disk. Parallel axis theorem says what? I is equal to about the center plus mass times square of the distance between them. Between them means between the axis. So we have mr square by 2 plus mass times square of the distance between them. We can find out the distance as this way. That is exactly how we can work out. So students, solve this question once again from your side. Try to understand this. Once you have understood how exactly to solve these questions, majority of the questions which appear in the NEET exam which are based on this type matter removed, you will be able to solve very fast. Well students, let us take one more question from the type of masses removed. The question reads like this. A uniform disk has a mass 9m and radius r. A disk of radius r by 3 is cut off. Please see this. This is the disk which is cut off as shown in figure. Find the moment of inertia of the remaining portion of the disk about an axis passing through O and perpendicular to the plane of the disk. Very important. So here what we can say, mass of disk, this is given as 9m. So therefore mass of cut-off disk, how to find out? We have seen in the previous question, mass per unit area will remain constant. So how to find that? 9m upon what is the radius r square, area pi r square is equal to m by pi r by 3 square. Pi cancels out, r square cancels out, 9 also cancels out. This means mass of the disk removed is, this is m. Now moment of inertia of cut-off disk, this will be m, it's a disk, so r by 3 square by 2. We know moment of inertia of a disk about the central axis is m r square by 2. So what is m? M. So we get r square 9 to 18. This is what we get as. This is about which axis? About its central axis. Now we have to shift this about O. So therefore mi of the cut-off disk about O, if we try to find, let us say this is I1. So this is use parallel axis theorem. So it is m r square by 18 plus m, what is the distance between the two axes? If this is r by 3, distance is 2r by 3. So 2r by 3 whole square. So from this what we can say is I1 will be mr square by 18 to mr square by 9. 4 mr square by 18. So 5 mr square by 18. This is what we get as I1. What about I2 also? I2 is nothing but, it is nothing but the moment of inertia. So it is 9m r square by 2. This is exactly what we get, because mass of the disk is 9m. That is exactly how we can. This we get as 2 to 4 by 9. 4 by 9. So here it is 18. So you will get 4 2s are 8. 8 by 18. 8 plus 1, 9 by 18. So it is 9 by 18. So we get mr square by 2. And I2 is 9 mr square by 2. So therefore I of remaining portion is I2 minus I1. So that is 9 by 2 mr square minus mr square by 2. So that is 4 mr square. That is exactly how we can find out what is the moment of inertia of the remaining portion. So students, please be careful when you are solving such steps. Such silly mistakes sometimes happens when we are solving in flow. So try to control that and try to simplify it as much as possible, as fast as possible. So the concept that is involved here is what? First of all, find the mass of the disk which is removed. How will you find that? Mass per unit area is a constant. Use that concept. Mass per unit area is a constant. We can find the mass. Then second concept which is involved is usage of parallel axis theorem. Why? Because moment of inertia of the disk you have found out about this point. Now we want about O. Therefore we are supposed to use parallel axis theorem. This is the second concept which is used here. Third concept which is used, moment of inertia of the remaining portion. It is always original minus the one which is removed. That is exactly what we have done. So students, this is exactly how every student, every question you are supposed to analyze and understand. Well students, let us take one more question from the moment of inertia. Point masses of 1 kg, 2 kg, 3 kg and 10 kg are lying at points 0, 0, 2 meter, 0, 0, 3 meter and minus 2 meter. These are the coordinates of the point respectively in xy plane. The question is, find the moment of inertia of the system about y-axis. Very important and highly conceptual. See, about y-axis. So which coordinate is to be taken? Please think whether we have to take the exact x coordinate or whether we have to take the y coordinate. See, Iy is asked. We know I is equal to sigma of m, we say Ri square, where I is from 1 to n. What is this R? What is this R? R is the distance of the mass m from the axis of rotation. Fine. Here the axis is given as y. Now please tell me which coordinate will give us distance of the mass from y axis. In order to understand that, please take a plot, rough plot. This point is 0, 0. So this is 0, 0. This point is 2, 0. This is 2, 0. Now please tell me, what is the distance of this point from the y-axis? The distance of the point from the y-axis, if you say this is your y-axis, this distance is the required distance. So which coordinate is that? X coordinate. Please understand this. X coordinate is the distance of the point from the y-axis. Y coordinate is the distance of the point from the x-axis. So out here what we will write? I will be m1 y1 square, because no, we want from x-axis, from y-axis. So m1 x1 square, m2 x2 square, m3 x3 square. How many are there? There are 4 point masses, plus m4 x4 square. This is what we get. Now m1 is 1 kg, x1 is 0, m2 is 2 kg, x2 is 2 meters, 3 kg, x is 0, then 10 kg, and it is x coordinate is -2. So this is what is your Iy. So from this we can say distance or moment of inertia about y-axis 0, 8, 0, 4, 40. So this gives you 48. What will be the unit? Kg meter square. This is exactly how we can find out the moment of inertia about y-axis. This concept you have to understand. If it is given in the coordinate form, you have to understand how exactly what is the distance of the point from a given axis. Well students, let us take one more numerical. The question is like this: the moment of inertia of a ring and a disc of same mass about their diameters are same. So what is given? Given moment of inertia of a ring is equal to moment of inertia of a disc about the diameter. So we have to find what will be the moment of inertia, the moment of inertia of a ring about a diameter. Now diameter, see, just visualize a ring is in your palm like this. So axis is this way. So the moment of inertia about the axis is mr square of a ring. I want about a diameter. So the diameter is perpendicular to the given axis. We will use perpendicular axis theorem. So we can say I about the center is equal to Ix. So we can say Iz is Ix plus Iy. So this is mr square is equal to I x axis diameter, y axis is also diameter. So we can say I diameter, this is for ring, is mr square by 2. This is what we got. Same thing we will do for disc. Same thing we will do for disc. I dia for disc, it will be this will be mr square by 2 about the center and by 4. So this is mr square by 4. This is what we get. So now let us pass on here. So therefore we can say, since mass is same, mr1 square by 2 is equal to mr2 square by 4 we are having. Mass is same, we have taken radius as r1 and r2. So m cancels here and here this also cancels. So what we can say, r1 by r2 is nothing but 1 by root 2. That is exactly how. r1 is what? r1 is the radius of the ring, r2 is the radius of the disc. That is exactly how we can work out. So students, don't be in a hurry. Don't write mr square by mr square by 2, then also you are getting the same answer, but still you have to work out and check. Every time it will not be correct. Okay, that is how we can work out. We can use the concept of perpendicular axis theorem. That is what is used in this. Well students, another question. Two rings have their moment of inertia in the ratio 4:1 and diameters are in the ratio 4:1. Find the ratio of their masses. So what is given? Let us record that. Given ratio of moment of inertia I1 by I2 is given as 4:1 and their diameters, so we can say ratio of the radius also R1 by R2 is also 4:1 because diameter is what? Twice the radius. So 2R1 by 2R2, 2 cancels out. So we get R1 by R2 as 4/1. Now what is I1? M1 R1 square, because it's a ring, upon M2 R2 square is 4:1. So from this we can say M1 by M2 into R1 by R2 whole square is 4:1. What will be M1 by M2? Substitute now. So M1 by M2 into R1 by R2 is given as 4. So that is 16 is 4. So this means that M1 by M2 will be nothing but 1 by 4. We want the ratio of their masses. See how exactly comfortably we can calculate ratio of masses if we are knowing what will be the moment of inertia of the given body. Here it's a ring. Moment of inertia of a ring about the central axis is mr square. We are using that same thing. Let us take one more question. This question will help you understand how to use the sigma notation. Two bodies of masses 1 kg and 2 kg are attached to the ends of a 2 meter long weightless rod. This system is rotating about an axis passing through the midpoint of the rod and perpendicular to length. Find the moment of inertia of the system. If I try to show this in the form of a diagram, here you have M1 which is 1 kg. Here you have M2 which is 2 kg, and it is saying that the length of the rod is 2 meter. Weightless, there is no mass attached to the rod. This system is rotating about an axis passing through the midpoint. So the axis is passing through the midpoint. This way, which means that this will be 1 meter and this will be 1 meter. This is what we have. Now we have to find mi of the system. So we know mi, I is equal to sigma of mi so here I will be m1 r1 square plus m2 r2 square because two masses are there. So m1 is 1 kg. What is the distance of this 1 kg mass from the axis of rotation? 1 meter plus 2 kg. What is the distance of the 2 kg mass from the axis of rotation? 1 meter. See how, if we know what exactly is the position of the mass, if we draw a rough diagram, it will give us an idea of what could be the value of R1 and R2. It becomes easy to solve such questions. Well students, let us take one more conceptual question. The question is like this: if the moment of inertia of a disk about an axis tangential and parallel to its surface Bi, then what will be the moment of inertia about an axis tangential but perpendicular to the surface? Let us understand. See, this is a disk, this is a surface, this is a surface, right? So tangential and parallel to the surface, so it is about this. It is not about the diameter, it is about this tangent. So first of all we have to find moment of inertia about the diameter by using perpendicular axis theorem, then apply parallel axis theorem to find about the first one. So for the first case, For first case, given moment of inertia is I, this is given, right? So what it will be? But this I will be equal to what? Moment of inertia, use parallel axis, moment of inertia of a disc about the diameter is what? M r square by 4 plus m r square. So therefore I is equal to, you can write like this, I about any axis is IC plus md square, this I am using. So this is about diameter mr square by 4. So this gives us how much? 5 by 4 mr square is I. Now the second case, tangent is perpendicular to the plane, it is this way. So apply parallel axis theorem directly. So what we get? I dash is equal to I center plus parallel axis theorem. Now about the center is mr square by 2, not about the diameter, it is disc. So it is m r square by 2 plus mr square. So this gives us 3 by 2 mr square. This is I dash. Now from this, what we can say? We can write like this from this. mr square is equal to 4 by 5 I. Put the value of mr square here. So that is 3 by 2 into 4 by 5 I. So this means I dash works out as 6 by 5. See students, how we can only moment of inertia about an axis, tangential parallel to its surface was given, and we have found out tangential but perpendicular to surface. This helps, such type of questions helps you to practice parallel axis theorem and perpendicular axis theorems. So this is very much essential in NEET exam as well as in JEE exams. Such type of questions are very commonly asked. Well students, the next question, this is a very typical question. Please understand word by word. A circular disc A of radius r. So we will write what are the given things. It is given disc. So disc A, radius is r, thickness is given as t, made from an iron plate of thickness t. Another disc of disc B, so let us say disc B, radius, this is given as 4r, and thickness is t by 4. So we have thickness as t by 4. This is what is given for disc A, for disc B. Find the relation between the moment of inertia IA and IB. It's a disc. So what we can say here, IA upon IB. So moment of inertia of the disc A, mr square by 2. So I will write it as MA RA square by 2. MB RB square by 2. So what we get, this is MA by MB into RA by RB whole square. This is what we are getting. Now our aim is to find MA by MB. How to find MA and MB? It is made from iron plate. This is also made from iron plate, which means that density of iron is going to remain the same in both the cases. Since density is going to remain the same, so what we will say, density of iron, it will remain the same. So density is what? Mass by volume. So mass by volume. Volume is pi r square into thickness. This is same as mb by pi rb square into its thickness. So now from this to, let us simplify. If we simplify from this, what we get? ma upon pi cancels out. What is RA? Radius of is r square. So it is r square and thickness is t. This is mb upon. What is radius of b? So 4r, square of it. So 16r square and this is t by 4. So what we get? R square t cancels out. So we get ma by mb. From this what we can say? ma by mb. This will be r square t cancels out, 4 16, so it is 1 by 4. We got the mass relationship. So from this we can say IA upon IB is MA by MB is 1 by 4 into RA is R, RB is 4R, so we get 1 by R, so 1 by 16, so that is 1 by 64. So this is exactly how we can work out the relation between, please concentrate here, in this case r square t cancels out, r square t cancels out, 4 16. This is how we get MA by MB is 1 by 4 and RA by RB, RA is R, 1 by 4 square, so you get it as 1 by 16. So what you are getting here is 1 by 64. This is exactly how we can work out from the given data. Please understand this. Density is constant, mass upon volume. Volume will be area of cross section into thickness, and here thickness is changing. That is the reason why we have to take it as TA and TB. Students, let us take one more question. It says 4 similar point masses, each of mass m, are placed on the circumference of a disk of mass m. So this disk is of mass m, it is disk, and radius r. Find the moment of inertia of the system about the normal axis passing through O, like this. So how to solve this? We know moment of inertia is sigma of mi ri square, I is equal to 1 to n, right? So therefore I of disk is equal to m r square by 2. So from this we can say I of point masses will be what? 4 times m r square. This is exactly what we get, because each mass is at a distance of r from the center. So mr square plus mr square plus mr square plus mr square. So therefore we can say I of the system is I of the disk plus I of point masses. So that is m r square by 2 plus 4 times m r square. This is exactly how we can find out the moment of inertia of the point masses about the given axis. If we know, see this one simple equation, from this we can work out what exactly is the moment of inertia. So this is very important equation, students. Plus here you see we have, in case of masses removed, we were writing minus. So concentrate, here we are adding because to the given disk you have added masses. So moment of inertia will increase. While in case when you are removing the matter, this means moment of inertia decreases. So we put a minus sign there. I hope the concept of plus and minus is clear now.